conference call, our post-GALA amazing event conference call. We've got all kinds of information we're going to be sharing with you, all kinds of speakers that are joining us. We're going to actually wait till probably a minute or so after the top of the hour because we have so many speakers that are actually going to share very briefly each with you. And we're going to recount a bunch of what was shared and what happened at the event so that those of you that weren't there, well, you're going to wish you were, and you'll make sure you are next time. Let's just put it that way. But we had a blast, and it was so fun meeting everybody there and everybody getting to put names or put faces and names to the voices, and it was very moving, I guess is the word I would say. So having said that, we still got about a minute or so, but okay, I had to stop it. Sorry. We couldn't hear anything anymore. It was just sounding, I guess that's where robotic voices come from, is when you get too many voices at once. Everybody, I'm going to start the recording in just a second. I do want to let all of our guest speakers know, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you get on the moderator PIN code as you were instructed, because you'll be muted out otherwise. And if you haven't done that, we won't be able to hear you when we introduce you. So just wanted to give that. I don't see quite everybody's number there, but hopefully everyone will be unmuted when the time comes. Okay, having said that, I'm going to push some buttons and get on with the call.
The recording has started.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to I'm calling it our Après Gala conference call. I'm a skier, so we used to call it Après Skiing. So this is Après Gala. And by the way, we called it Gala, Gala, Gala. So it got called that 3 ways every time we talked about it. For those of you that are new with us, my name's Michael Kahn. I'm one of the co-founders here at CTFO. Tonight we're going to share with you everything that went on this past weekend in Las Vegas. Very briefly, not the whole there, but we're going to do it quickly. This was our 2018 CTFO Gala, Gala, Gala event. And if you were there, you know just how amazing and powerful it was. And for all of you that weren't there, I feel bad for you that weren't there, but we're going to try and, we can't really fully recreate it over the phone, but we're going to give you some of the content of what happened and give you as much of the sense of what took place as we can. And to do that, we have a whole slew of guest speakers here with us tonight, including both of our co-founders, the man behind it all here at CTFO, Stuart Finger, and the CEO of our company, his brother, Steve Finger. But before I bring them on, I just want to tell y'all, we have, or I guess I should say all y'all, that's the plural we learned, that we have a super important and very exciting announcement to give you, to make at the end of this call. So don't go anywhere. You're going to want to hear this announcement, and you're going to just stay with us. You're going to hear what's absolutely brand new here at CTFO as of about 2 hours ago. That's how new this is. Okay, to start things off, I'd like to ask our co-founder and really the visionary, the person that's created everything we have going on here at CTFO, what his overall impression of the gala was and what struck him as the most powerful thing he took away from him and would want to share with others. So Stuart Finger, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Are you recovered yet from the weekend?
I am fully recovered and I'm ready to go back tomorrow. I had so much fun there, everybody. And Michael, once again, publicly, thank you for all your hard work. I know the folks at the gala saw everybody's hard work pay off, and Michael's gonna do a phenomenal job going through what we announced there and what happened, and then we're gonna have a bunch of guests. What I want to do is something just a little bit different. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that attended. It was absolutely, I can honestly say, one of the best weekends of my life. And I hugged more people. I must have hugged 80% of that crowd. It was unbelievable. And somebody there, a lady was nice enough to even teach me the correct way to hug, heart to heart. So I just want you all to know that you are the reason why this is worth it. You just are. This is hard work, but well worth it for all of us here at corporate, and we just thank God for all of you. So I just want to say, Michael, we had a great event, and the takeaway that I had is that all this is worth it because of all of you out there. So, Michael, I'll turn it back to you.
Wow. Thank you. I couldn't agree more. It was awesome to meet all the people we've been talking to and hearing from and to put faces and names to the voices. And now I'm going to move on. fingers. Steve, I know you've got a ton of people you're excited to introduce in a few minutes, as well as the important announcement we're going to be making at the end of the call. But first, can you just share kind of what your overall feeling of how the weekend went was, for how it was for you?
Well, I definitely confer with Stu. I mean, one of the ways I know how to explain it is one of my suit jackets had so much makeup on it, you know, from all the hugs and everything, and thank God my wife was there, you know. It was just amazing. You know, you hear the testimonials, you know, we hear them all the time and everything, and people from, you know, rep services and everything come in. Sometimes they're crying and everything, but it's really different when someone's just looking you in the eyes and crying and sharing what a difference this made in their health or what a difference it made in their finances. I mean, and for those of you out there, if you met me and I was, you know, crying with you,
Well, I have to say, you wear your heart on your sleeve, Stephen. It's one of your most endearing traits, and I love that people know how you feel. So, folks, that I think you can sense there were some emotions in a really good way that came to the surface this weekend. And before we get to our other guest speakers that are going to share what they experienced, I want to run through what went on during this power-packed whirlwind weekend for everyone that wasn't there. I want you to hear what the people that were there experienced. So, Stu and Steve, feel free to interrupt me if you want to jump in anytime about anything I'm recounting here, but I'm just going to kind of run through this. First, on Friday night, we had a tremendous VIP reception for all the 25K vice presidents, 50K senior vice presidents, and 100K executive vice presidents, and their guests, of course, Mr. Michael Swilling. We started with the champagne and sparkling cider toast, and we had our leadership council members there, and moved on to these amazing hors d'oeuvres. It's really funny. We were talking and sharing and be with people. I didn't get to the hors d'oeuvres till the very end, and I was like, oh, my, these were really good. I think I ate 3 of the same one at the end. It was really good. But there was a lot of personal sharing that people did with a microphone. We had guest speakers there, the ones that were going to be sharing during the weekend, so people got to meet them ahead of time. We had our staff members and our board of directors there as well. So it was a really great kind of communal beginning. And the people that did share really shared from their hearts how this company and these products have already changed their future outcome. It was amazing, and it set the tone for the whole weekend. So I was really impressed with the Friday evening. Then on Saturday, we hit the ground running. The first thing that happened is we had the first of 5 rounds, both $250 in products and $500 in cash 5 different times throughout the day. It was totally awesome. We had these raffle ticket spinner wheel things that the tickets and the names came out of. It was amazing. And the CTFO staff and board were introduced to the whole audience there, and we gave some gifts of gratitude to our, in my opinion, best in the business customer support personnel, and including our amazing graphic artist, Anne Marie Osario. And so that's how we kind of kicked things off. And then Dr. Robin Sika, she's actually an associate with us, but also a medical doctor. She gave a talk explaining the endocannabinoid system in the human body so we could all understand more fully why these CBD products are having such profound effects on people. So that was hugely informative. And we went on to Ben Dixon, the CEO of Naxim. He was awesome. And a new backbone server company. He gave this great, powerful presentation showing what we're about to have with our new online marketing system. People were floored. A lot of young people that are much more tech-savvy than I am were actually kind of blown away and said, you don't know how powerful this is. This is really cool. But Ben introduced us to something. He said, look, when you see something that's a game changer, when you see something that you agree with that really makes a difference, since we're in Vegas, just yell out, bingo! So all weekend long, people were both saying GALA, 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 and they were saying bingo all the time. So in case you weren't there and you want to relate to people that were there, now you've got the little in term, bingo. So, okay, so at the end of Ben's presentation, we got to see the new 5-minute product video that is so powerful it got a standing ovation just for video, and we'll have more on that later. But I just want to let you know it was phenomenal. Okay, these EVPs, were given certificates and awards as they came up on stage, including, of course, our presidential director, Michael Swilling. I can't just say VP, SVP, and EVP because he's not. He's a PD. Anyway, that was really fun. These are the ones that are leading the charge, so to speak. And then we had lunch. And, during that time at some point we had a break. People got to go to the bathroom. We were pretty respectful of that. Then we had lunch, and then we came back and heard from Chelsea Hill. And if you don't know who she is, look her up online. It was an amazing, motivating talk and a video that kind of talked about her. She was paralyzed in a car accident when she was 17 years old, about 8 years ago. And she was like, she could have just kind of given up on everything, but she's now, 8 years later, leading what she calls this group of women. They're called the Rolettes, and they're women who dance in their wheelchairs, and they're leading, helping people not to be bound by their limitations, whatever they are. It was truly awe-inspiring. It will keep anyone that was in that room from ever complaining about anything they're having to deal with. As were a couple of other things that were shared from the stage that day, but it was phenomenal. And then we moved on to Mr. Stuart Finger making the big announcements of the day, and there were lots of them. First one was our CTFO apparel online store. We now have CTFO stuff to wear. It's at ctfogear.com, ctfogear.com. It's live right now. It's got men's clothing, women's clothing, hats, and they're adding more to it all the time. And as Stu said, I think everyone's favorite shirt was the one that says, "I get by with a little hemp from my friends." I like that one a lot. Okay, so then we went on, and Stu shared all of the brand new products that are coming right now that are launching on Friday. So let's go through them quickly. First, whole new lineup of beauty products, including massage oil, Dead Sea mud mask for your face and skin there, retinol skin serum, which is phenomenal for your skin, and something called Your Majesty Queen of All Creams Moisturizing Cream. It may be everybody's favorite once they try it. So these are amazing beauty items, but then there's also a pain cream, another topical thing. A lot of you are loving the CBD emu oil pain cream, and we have it both with the 60 milligram 1 ounce and the 150 milligram 2 ounce. Well, we're launching a 500 milligram of CBD 3.4 ounce. So it's not only more cream in the container, but there's more CBD in the cream. So that got a big round of applause as well. And we're launching gummies, CBD. There's 30 gummies in the bottle, and it's a one supply, one a day is kind of the dose of them, and there's 600 milligrams in the total 30. It's like 20 milligrams per gummy. So that's even more, certainly more than the 300 milligram drops, and even more than the 500 milligram drops, but it's the same price as the 500 milligram drops. And by the way, all the details of these are in the e-blast that has gone out to everybody as far as the pricing and everything, and it's all, like I said, going to be live on Friday. Okay, moving on. Stu announced one of his two favorites, I believe. I'll ask him here in a minute. Stu announced the 4-part CBD hair growth system with something called Anagain in it, and that's a trademarked hair growth product that's phenomenal. There's 4 parts to it. There's a shampoo, a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, and something called a hair moisture treatment that you do the first 3 daily and you do the moisture treatment a couple times a week. It has been the guinea pig on at least 3 of the 4 products. And I don't know, Stu, is there anything you want to share? I think this is one that you kind of liked. I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here and say, what do you think people should know about the 4-part CBD hair growth system?
I think that what people should know is that it's supposed to technically be a 3-month process where, going through the 3 months, you really start to get great results. But I did it for just a little over 3 weeks, and I'm in total shock. I can't even believe what I'm seeing. I'm not proud to say this, but I had enough of a bald spot on the top of my head that when I would touch it, I'd feel scalp. And my daughter, we were at a theme park, and she's like walking down the stairs behind me, and she's like, "Dad, what's going on?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I don't want to talk about it." And long story short, 3.5 weeks later now since I've been on it, I feel hair. when I put my hand on top of my head. I'm doing it right now, and lately until I hugged all you guys at the gala. So I can honestly tell you I could build a whole company around this one product line, just the hair care stuff. So it's going to blow up in a huge way. So that's my 2 cents on it, Michael.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You did well. I put you on the spot. Thank you so much. So we moved on from that, and folks, the crowd kind of went pretty berserk because I think everyone at any age wants to make sure they got a full head of hair, so it was pretty fun. But then we went on to announce something new, and when this went on the screen, before Stuart had a chance to open his mouth, he just clicked on the slide that went on these big, huge screens that were on both sides of the stage, and it said CTFO vape oils. He couldn't even open his mouth before the crowd kind of just went wild. So we are announcing 2 new flavors and 2 new strengths. So a total of 4, 500 milligram and 1,500 milligram, and the citrus and blueberry cheesecake are the flavors. And Stu was more excited about the blueberry cheesecake. Personally, I'm looking forward to the citrus, but that's why we have both. And it's probably the first of a lot of different flavors we'll end up with, because that's what people like, if indeed they do what we think they're going to do. Now, these are vape oils for pens and devices that take replacement oil. We don't have the actual pens yet because there's been a lot of different discussion about that, and we want to make sure we don't have pens that don't work well, and apparently a lot of them don't. So that, you never know. We'll see what comes down the pipe, but right now we do have vape oils for the pens. And like I said, crowd went wild. And finally, Stu announced, really in my mind, the real game changers, the ultimate marketing edge in our industry as far as the new product launches we're doing here. We are launching a new supercharged version of our 500 milligram and 1,500 milligram CBD Pure. These drops are so much more powerful than regular CBD oil because they make the oil more water soluble and therefore more bioavailable. And that's huge. This is way better than what some of you have I've been talking with a lot of you out there. Some of you have been hearing about nanotechnology oils. And what nanotechnology does, that basically tout that they're more water soluble, which they are, but the way they do that is they break apart the CBD oil molecules into smaller bits of the one whole CBD, what would be the whole molecule, in order to get them to mix with water. It's like they break them down in order to do that. But what that does is sort of take away from the whole, it's like if you have a full spectrum, you don't want to break it down in all its little component parts because all the parts work together. CTFO 10X Pure will be delivering the whole CBD totally water-friendly. And that's huge. We have, and here's the big one, we have the absolute exclusive rights to this product and this way of this manufactured, this trademarked and patented, it's patented, sorry, not trademarked, patented way of doing this in the entire world throughout the network marketing industry. That is huge, folks. You have something no one else will ever be able to have, and it's more powerful than anything else out there. And to kind of reinforce this, Stu introduced Dr. Fran Reynolds, who's a molecular biologist. And she explained the whole, I didn't do it justice here, but she explained in detail why 10X Pure is so amazing and so unique and so much more powerful than anything out there. The easiest analogy I can give you is honey is a great sweetener that lasts forever. It's kind of like honey will last for thousands of years. It doesn't decay or whatever. And then as compared to refined sugar, which is broken down into refined particles of the honey, whether it comes from sugar cane or honey or whatnot. So that's kind of the difference between our 10X Pure and nanotechnology oils, is the difference between raw honey and refined sugar. So you can kind of get the gist of that, of what would be best for you. Now, again, all these products go live on your website in 3 days, on this Friday. And then we then had an amazing story shared by Karen Appy about how she really, I can't go into detail and I can't share quite everything there, but she was given a 10% chance to live, and the bottom line is what she did was take our products, and she stopped taking a huge bag full of prescription drugs, And she's not in a wheelchair. She's live, and she's given talks to huge conventions of nurses all about the CBD endocannabinoid system, and she wasn't even supposed to live, folks. So I just got to say, it was amazing, and there were a lot of tears in that audience when that happened. So finally, we ended up with, or almost finally, awarding our enroller contest winners. You may remember we had an enroller contest through June and July. So I just want to give a shout-out. 10th place was Gene Paskey with $200 worth of CTFO product. 9th place was Michelle Mullen with $250. 8th place was Alan Bauer with $300. 7th place was Christine Knight with $350. 6th place was Cynthia Trethway with $400. 5th place was Diane Stetch with $450. 4th place was Jody Bedecker with $500. And cash was Barbara Troutman. 2nd place, winning $2,000 cash, was Tina Howerman. I hope, Hewerman maybe, I'm sorry. And then 1st place, and there's only one number one, $3,000 cash went to James Sapp. He enrolled 58 or 59 people during the contest period. Congratulations to everyone. And then after they received that, Doug Fireball from Passion Fire International lit up the room with a powerful training on how to become a top money earner now. It was great training. It was business building at its best, and he definitely got people on fire. And then we had the Leadership Council members finish the day off. We introduced them on stage and awarded certificates, and I just want to read off their names here and make sure everybody knows. Tina Bender, Joe Malooly, Charity McKenzie, Klaus Urbanek, Todd Dalton, Scott Cook, Simone Turner, Janet, and we ended the day with the announcement that the next regional CTFO meeting will be held in Connecticut on January 25th and 26th. And then on Sunday, of course, we had our powerful non-denominational church service with a multitude of speakers and amazing music. I got to give a shout-out to both Jonathan and Leah, who were phenomenal, and Laren. It was amazing music that we had at that. The whole weekend was a huge success. Everyone agreed. Okay, now I'm turning it over to Steve. Steve Finger, introduce some of the people who attended the gala, and he's going to let you hear, all you listening, he's going to let you hear what they felt about what went on there. And Steve's going to be making that super exciting announcement at the end of the call, so stay with us. Steve, take it away.
Thank you, Michael. I'm sitting here right now at corporate with one of our amazing employees. She's the Assistant Director of Communications and the Assistant Director of... Everybody was buzzing, and everybody leaves at 6. I was talking to her, and she said, no, I want to stay on this call because she wants to just share from an employee perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. It's Cassie Weber here. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. But some really cool aspects for me were how everyone I met at the conference felt and came up to me to tell me how much they felt the family environment. And they had said, I've been to tons of conferences, or I've been in other marketing, whatever the case may be, but I know that this is my family. And to me, that was like tears to my eyes, because that's how we at corporate feel like we are one big family. So I just loved that. I loved how people were saying that the products helped them. It's not just about selling them, it's about using them as well, and that was so encouraging. As well as, okay, this is a cool story because the service on Sunday I just loved, and we actually had a guy show up at corporate office today. He drove from Las Vegas, he's from Wisconsin, just loved the service on Sunday, and Saturday he just wanted to see where we worked, and that was so fun. I was like, this is great. So, yeah, just kind of like what Michael said, I really loved seeing the faces to the names and just getting to meet everyone. So many hugs, like Stu said. It was just a great time, and we loved being there with y'all.
Thank you so much, Cassie. And I asked all the speakers that I wanted to have share, because they were sharing things with me on the phone today that were just blowing me away. But I asked everybody if they could just make it 1 minute, just so that we can, have this call wrapped up pretty quick. So we also had our board of directors there, and folks, these are some really busy gentlemen, and I'm hoping they're going to be on tonight. They all said they would like to, so we're going to see if they're able to call in. But the first one I want to just have share his thoughts. He has been a banker for 35 years and just adds incredible value to us in so many ways. So Norm Winter. Yes, we can.
Okay, take it away.
Sure, go ahead. 1 minute, sir.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute. So it was amazing. I've never experienced anything like this before. Just the family atmosphere that was there was really touching to me. Was the people that had so many positive health results of taking the CBD products and getting to talk to some of them. It was really impactful, and to the point that I've contacted 4 or 5 people today, just to hopefully some of them are on this call. And then I think it was just the idea that there's something different going on with CTFO that I don't think I've ever experienced before with any of the other multi-level marketing companies I've been familiar with. But I think we're on the roll, and I think we're at the ground stage of something that's going to go tsunami-like. That's it.
Thanks, Norm. And Dan Gregory, he is a geomatics engineer with the state of California, just one of the most, you aren't, Norm, or any of the other speakers, but, and, you know, he was able to talk a little bit to the molecular biologist and, you know, and, of course, the doctor and everything, and he even knew what she was talking about. So, Dan, are you there?
I'm here, Steve.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, thank you. And what I wanted to just share was my wife Mary and I had an opportunity to walk around at the meeting on Friday night as well as Saturday and Sunday. We just wanted to meet people and hear their stories, because we do get the stories that y'all send into corporate, and, you know, there have been many times we've walked through and been in tears. That room is got a lot of wet carpet in there from just so many powerful stories of how the product is helping them. And, you know, when we started with all the guys 4 or 5 years ago, we really wanted to find something that not only would help in real life as well. And so we just heard those stories over and over again. And for us, you know, just doing a lot of the business stuff on the business side to try and build up the foundation of our company, this was really our first chance to really go and talk to people and get their stories. So thank you also, Stuart and Steve and Michael, for the unbelievable amount of work that you guys put in to help build this company, and we're very grateful for that. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Dan. We really appreciate everything you do as well. And Schulz Hirsch is a pastor in Southern California. He's an incredible businessman as well. And Schulz, are you on the line tonight?
I'm here, Steve.
Oh, great.
Should I go?
Sure. Give us your take on what you experienced, you know, at the gala.
You know what? Dan almost stole my thunder, but he said, because I've had so many people through the years, you know, give me the talk, show me the plan, whatever you want to say, from different things that they were involved in and excited about. And a lot of them have done a really good job and have always told me how amazing the pay plan is, you know, with their company. And then, you know, having shared this plan with some industry heavy hitters, I've seen their reaction. I'm aware that no plan that has ever existed can even come close to touching ours. And so you would think that's all you'd hear about. And so many people are doing so well with it. And it seemed like at the end of the event, you know, it took 2.5 hours to get back to your room every night as you tried to edge your way toward the elevator, because you just kept having to talk to people that just had incredible stories to share and everything. And you know, in all these other companies, it's not just about the plan. We've got a great product and everything. But this time when I got home, I started decompressing, and I realized in the must have been nearly 100 conversations I had, not one of our reps even mentioned the financial success that they're having, because everyone was so over the top about the product, the company, the atmosphere. And I just thought, man, that's where it's at. I just went to an entire conference where people's lives are being changed financially, and it didn't even come up in conversation because of how exciting everything else is. So that was my takeaway.
Well, thank you. That's an excellent point. And then also on the line we have Mary Fields from Canada. Mary, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me, Michael? Or Steve?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm on speakerphone. So I thought you said 2 minutes, but I talk fast, so I'll be good. So, hi, everyone. It was so awesome to finally meet you all. all the corporate staff, Leah, Emerald, everyone's so warm and welcoming. And I realized I certainly landed in a great company, but then I really knew that from the start. So GALA was different than any conference I have attended in 29 years, and trust me, I have attended many. The launch of all these astounding products was really amazing. I've never seen so many incredible products, real sizzle products, and tell you what, to be real, I'm too many years done, and I don't get all googly-eyed so much as I used to, but I'm experienced enough to know a good thing when I see it, and this is beyond good in so many ways. I'm always stoked with this company. There's always something happening. So I'd like to tell people it's a 5-star company and it's a 5-star opportunity. And by the way, I love the free shipping idea for those that attended. That was genius, much better than having to. And so while I was sitting in the conference, I kept thinking I could feel all the Canadians dying to hear with bated breath, will Canada get the oils? But I didn't expect to hear it because I know as soon as you guys have the oils back, we will know. I just knew we weren't going to hear it. So, I want to say to the Canadians, just believe it's coming, folks, because I know as soon as you guys, as corporate knows, they will tell us. And I'm like many of you, I'm really impatiently patient. I've often reminded my team, remember, corporate, you guys get paid just like us. They want it, you guys want it now as well as us, not just for the money, but so many are so desperate to get back on that oil for the benefits that they already experienced before we had it pulled out. I get that. I'm there too. So when it's ready, it'll be an explosion for the people out there focused and hanging in there who continue to build. I'm in Washington, D.C. right now, and I live on the West Coast. We're visiting family. I worked all day in my hotel. Canada, and I focus on the U.S., U.K. Nothing has changed for me. So I want to say, listen up, everyone. We know we have great products already right now in Canada. Even if that was all we had, it's a business you can build with a great compensation like no other. My sales grow, my checks grow. Stick with it, and yours will as well. And, in case you didn't realize, our compensation plan, our perfect compensation plan, is the best product we have. So finally what I want to say is, what you do today will pay you in abundance very soon. Have fun, everyone. Have a great joy in your journey. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. And then we also have, I noticed from Canada here too, Charity McKenzie. Charity, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Crystal clear.
Okay. First, I would just want to say it was such an honor meeting so many of you, and I can't GALA a different person now. Anybody that met me knows that I bawled like a baby. I realize most people don't understand what social anxiety is, but like so many disorders and illnesses, you don't always see those symptoms. So on the outside, I might be smiling and looking like I have it together, but inside, I'm trembling and my heart's racing and all my thoughts leave my brain. My words get muddled up. I feel stupid. I feel embarrassed. So I went to GALA knowing I was going to struggle with all these negative thoughts and feelings about myself. But as time went on at GALA, something really crazy happened, and I became more and more confident and at ease as time went on. The people that are in this community, they really are family. The amount of people that approached me, and they were just so reassuring, and they had such supportive words, it just blew me away. Just corporate. They're just, every person that got up on that stage inspired me. It was like they were speaking right to my soul. I cried the entire time, not just seeing how the product has changed and improved people's health so profoundly, but hearing people that had such passion. CTFO has changed my financial situation, but it's so much more than that. It's shown me that I can be a regular person taking the oil. I don't have that anxiety, and therefore I can fulfill what I was put on this earth to do, which is help people. And just being in a room with so many people with such faith and commitment to this company, listening to Stu and Steve and all the other speakers. And then I received a life-changing message from Cassie Weber. It encouraged me to step forward Sunday morning, and never would I ever get, and it wasn't that I was expected to, but after listening and experiencing GALA, I felt an entire shift in my life. It like something just sparked in me, and I felt confidence like I've never felt before. The entire company, I found, just truly cares. We have products that are just going to change people's entire lives. I have faith in God that is now unchallenged. I know that I have a purpose, and for the first time ever, I feel worthy of that purpose. So now, not only has CTFO changed my entire life, but the GALA changed me, and I'm just so grateful. Thank everybody. I'm just amazed and speechless.
Thank you for sharing that. I mean, at time, there's so many more calls, so many more emails and everything. I'm just going to read a couple of the emails in a minute. But also, we stayed an extra day, my wife and I, and on Monday we were going to catch a flight, and we went down to eat at the buffet, and I kept hearing from different people at the, one was from Dan Gregory, our chairman of the board, you've got to meet this Pam Jones, you've got to meet this Pam Jones, you know, and I heard it from different people. And then when we were leaving that morning, I got to meet Pam Jones, and she was with Debbie Nuttall, and they are just incredible people. And then there was also a lady with them, Jeanette Napier, and she's the one who I learned, you know, some of us say GALA, some of us say GALA, and some say GALA. And I found out that GALA, and I looked it up in the dictionary, is actually the way the British say it. Well, I can tell you that Napier came from the furthest away. I mean, she literally came from the United Kingdom. And so the one that actually, I met her earlier on Saturday, but the one that just had her arms around her and just loving her was Debbie Nuttall and Pamela Jones. And so, Pamela, can you just share a little bit about your experience at the GALA? Or the GALA?
The GALA.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. This is Sam Jones. I would like to say that the GALA actually changed my life. I was so excited to meet the number of people I did, but the thing was, I was going to say the thing that was the takeaway, people would think it was the website, and that's going to be awesome, and people would think that maybe the gummies were the thing that everybody were excited about. But even a game changer being the 10X Pure, that wasn't it. For me, it was the relationships that I was able to form and have. I met Jeanette on Saturday, to come and make a difference immediately in her life by being involved. And I was like, that's a person that I need to know, because there is a commitment there that no one will even ever understand. But that wasn't a thing. I met her, and we just engaged and talked. So I saw her again on Sunday at the service, and we talked again there. And I was like, just a beautiful spirit, and building that relationship with her. And lo and behold, she was at breakfast on Monday morning, and we were so tickled. We were like, are you sitting with anybody? She said, no. I said, come over, join us again. And we sat there, and we started to share with her. And we said to her, if you need anything, Debbie and I were just excited to just share with her, get to know her, but also share with her anything that we had that could make her successful over there on the other side of the pond, and share any tools and things we may have. But she was the CEO and the chairman of the board, and we had an opportunity to talk with you all as well. But I would say, to find out in that little time that we were there sharing with her, that she was part of Mary Fields' team. And Mary Fields is part of our team. And lo and behold, just reaching out to people, being so deep in your downline, you would not even know that she was automatically already part of our family. And I was like, that just made my day. And so I love the relationship piece of what the GALA brought to me. I love just being able to connect with the different people that I met, and just to say that this has been the biggest life-changing event for me, because I have been in direct sales for over 30 years, and I have met from the CTFO GALA this past weekend. So I thank you, Steve, for that opportunity of just being introduced to the business and it has truly changed my future outcome. It really has, towards people and towards this awesome company, CTFO.
And, thank you so much for sharing that. What really blessed me is Stu and I, one thing over the years, because we were in other companies and everything, we always helped people sideline to us, even though we had no vested interest, and it always came back to us. So it was so exciting to see that you're doing all this to help Jeanette, and you didn't even know she's in your downline.
Not at all.
That was so great. I just loved it. And then we also have Scott Cook on the line from North Carolina. Scott, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Please
great.
share just 1 minute if you can, because we're about ready to wrap it up.
I'll keep it as brief as I can. But before I share my takeaway from the gala, I really want to publicly thank the leadership and the staff for just an incredible experience. I have some knowledge of what it takes to pull an event like this off. And Stu and Steve, Michael, Cassie, Leah, Jonathan, and the entire support staff, they just did an outstanding job. The planning, the execution was right on par. And I know I speak for all attendees in saying a huge thank you to all of you. Very well done. Now, in the essence of time, I'll leave it at that and move on to my biggest takeaway. Of course, I love the new products, all of them. And I'm walking on clouds. I'm so excited about them. And I have no doubt that we are now the industry leaders, and we will remain there. But my biggest takeaway was who all of you are. And I'm referring to both the incredible company. See, I did my homework before I joined. I already knew the character and the inner goodness that I was dealing with in terms of the leadership. And the gala just reinforced what I already knew. And they say that the heartbeat of a company starts in the corner office. Mm-hmm. And with CTFO, it does. It starts with our leadership at corporate, folks full of integrity, incredible ethics, transparency, people who care, who genuinely believe that a divine hand is in play as we grow and develop momentum. And we're there. Momentum has started. I believe I believe this. If you heard the story of that phoenix, well, I don't believe in coincidence. Do you? For those who are not of the religious leaning, just trust me. Trust me by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I just felt surrounded with goodness, integrity, happiness, and joy the entire weekend. Starting with Stu, Steve, Michael Kahn, this value system pervades the entire company. It's a wholesome goodness. It starts at the top and it drips down all over all of us, just like honey. That's what we experienced at Gala. Every staff member, every associate, every single person I met was warm, sincere, passionate, and genuine. And all are amazing people. And a little side note, I've waited almost 42 years within the network marketing industry to find what we have here at CTFO. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bub Elbows with a gathering of some of the finest people I've ever met and spent time with. So, the biggest takeaway for Scott was who you all are. What makes you all tick. What's inside each and every associate at CTFO. What we're building here is a solid company based on trust and honesty and integrity. And we're building this with incredible associates and phenomenal leadership. And together, we're just unstoppable. So that's what I take home with me. And I want you to understand, you're part of something huge here. A part of a company with faith and morals and values, integrity and total honesty. A company with leaders that truly want to help people in every way they can. Guys, this is our company. That's what I got for you.
Wow. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, obviously didn't know what each of you were going to share. I just heard, you need to talk to this person, you need to talk to this one, and everybody, thank you so much. And the last but not least is the awesome Michael Swilling from Connecticut.
Hey, Steve, good evening. My friend, how are you?
I am doing excellent.
I have to tell you, and not to put you on the spot, but one of my takeaways was, my goodness, Steve Finger has a sense of humor, and he is funny. I enjoyed the entire presentation that you put on. Not only are you a kindred soul and a wonderful human being, but you did an amazing job emceeing. You know, I've been 28 years in the industry. I've been to endless amount of events and conventions and meetings, and I'm just I'm not a meeting guy. I just don't want to sit in a room all day long and but at the end of the day, I was like, I can't believe I didn't even take a bathroom break. I can't believe I've sat here the entire day. Usually I get fidgety and I want to walk out, and a lot of it was based on your excellent presentation and your hosting, and you definitely, for those who were there, I won't re-comment some of the funny jokes that you made, but you were fantastic. You know, just some really quick things that I want to leave everyone with, and thank you for having me on the call. I remember walking down to the room, and as I'm walking, my wife looked at me, and she said, you know, who do you know here? Who am I going to know here? And I said, you know something, Dawn, it's really interesting. I said, maybe a dozen people that I've known before. The room's got maybe 600-700 people, and but the moment I walked in and started seeing people, just through instant messaging on Facebook or emails or conference calls or these calls, family, it just was one of the most surreal feelings ever. Just a close bond and friendship and family atmosphere that everyone had. And I felt as though, you know, I think I felt the same way as Stuart said and everyone else, just hugging everyone and just really everyone having the same purpose and the same goals. You know, what was the thing when I came home and I realized and I sat and started really just kind of meditating and thinking about everything that went on is that what you guys accomplished and what we've done and what everyone on the phone has in front of them. If we had gone to convention and all you did was have Ben Dixon show what this new site's going to do and how it's going to help and support and do for everyone listening to this call and everyone in the field, that alone would have been worth going to GALA. That one thing alone would have been great. If gummies were the only thing that we announced and said, hey, we're going to enter into this multi-billion, that alone would have been enough to be excited and say, my God, we've got something in our hands. When you came out with the vapes and the room exploded, did you know that 26% of those people who take a CBD form do it through a form of vaping? And to know that now that we have it, and boy, the flavor's unbelievable, blueberry cheesecake, and know that we can be adding a lot more flavors, just entering into that arena, that alone was something that each and every person can benefit and be excited about. And then when I heard about the patented exclusive, and those two words are really, really key, to have something that has a patent beyond it and something exclusive. As the CBD market will continue to grow, as we know it will, and we just need a small share of it to be a multi-billion-dollar company, okay? But as it continues to grow, you hear all these touts saying, whose is better than whose, and ours does this, so on and so forth. Well, we've got the weeks and next few days you'll be hearing more and more, and I'll leave everyone with this. There's so much excitement. There's so much buzz. I know for each and every one, we haven't even had a chance to take a breath yet. So just be patient over the next few days, next few weeks, because more and more information as we learn more about these amazing products, as we see what's happening, it's unbelievable. And the biggest takeaway of all is timing. For those who do choose to engage, those who do choose to participate, we're just getting started. You know, to say, hey, I was involved before the website. I was involved before gummies. I was involved before vapes. I was involved. My goodness, I missed another one. The hair growth product. That alone can be. If we just started a company today, Steve, we could start a company today just on hair growth alone. So back to you.
Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate your sharing, and all of you that shared on the call. And, I'm sitting here with a pile of emails and things I was going to read, that just for the sake of time, I'll just read one little excerpt from one of the emails, because I think this person really summed it up. Ariel from North Carolina, she said, it was a longer email, but she said, may the entire CTFO staff and founders know that they are indeed planting so many seeds that a forest of love is growing right now, and this forest will change lives in ways that we can only dream about. And I think that kind of sums it up. We've got a forest of love growing here, folks, and in this kind of an environment, you just can't help but win. This really is a CTFO family. So I want to share one last thing, and I'm going to give it back to Michael, but I just want to ask that everybody out there won't just, get off the call right away and leave Michael flat, but this is the announcement. If you go to your front page of your website, you will see the new at GALA live on the front of your websites right now, and it is flat out amazing. It is going to be one of the best tools we've ever had. So without any further ado, I just want to give it back to you, Michael.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, all our speakers. Folks, it just keeps getting more and more exciting. It's because of all of you. We, I should say, are the CTFO family. So let's go share who we are with the rest of the world. And Michael Swilling mentioned something that I totally realized had been left out during this whole call. He mentioned timing. That was a huge aspect of what was shared this weekend, even and especially by Doug Firebaugh, who's a third-party, outside of our country industry expert. The timing. He even said he's never seen anything like what he's seen here in over a decade, and the last time he saw it was by Michael Swilling. You hit timing on the head. I hope everyone heard that. This is the time, and if you're hearing this call right now, you're in the right place, the right time, because this next period of time will never be repeated. It's phenomenal that you're finding us right now. Thank you to all of our guest speakers tonight. Thank you, Stuart and Steve, for all you continue to do for our CTFO family. Folks, that's it for tonight's call. All our new products are going to be live on your website on Friday. Look for them then. And check out that new CBD video on your myctfocbd.com website right now. We'll be back again next Tuesday with another great CTFO conference call. Thank you all for helping make CTFO the standard all other countries are going to have to try and live up to, but I don't believe they're even going to come close. We'll talk to you all again next week. Take care, everyone.